Hi guys, so I'm decorating a hat and I just felt like let me record it. So I want to decorate this wide brim turn up hat with some feathers and cinnamon loops. So I felt let me record it and share with you. So I've started already. This is the feather that I'll be using, the goose feather, and I'll also use this V-shaped feather. So I cut out a piece of cinnamon this way, apply my glue to it, and then I started placing the goose feathers and these very V-shaped feathers. Okay, so let me quickly show you. So this is you can see the back. This is the little cinnamon base I'm using, and I have applied some glue on this part, and I started sticking these feathers to it. So the feathers will depend on how full or how small you want it to be. Okay, so you apply your glue and stick your feathers to it. So I still have my feathers here. I'm not done with this. So you can follow me and still see what I just explained. Okay, so you apply your glue, allow it to dry for some time, and if you are working under a fan, just like I have a little fan here, so you leave it for some time to just dry a bit. It helps it to stick so fast, so well. Okay, so you apply the glue, leave it for some time, and then you go ahead to start placing your feathers. Okay, so I'm working with the goose feathers and these V-shaped feathers, and I will use it to create this this feathers decoration, okay, that I will use on the hats. So you keep on placing your feathers to it until you achieve the fullness that you want. And this is a very big hat, so I would love the feathers to a little full, to be full on it, okay? So I simply go ahead to keep placing the feathers. So this is what I've been able to achieve. If you look at this side, you see that it's looking so scanty. So I'll still go ahead to place some feathers right there. Okay. So you fill up any part that looks scanty. You fill it up with your feathers. At the end of sticking these feathers, I'm going to go over to this part, the back part as well, and apply some glue there and stick some feathers, so that by any chance maybe breeze blows or something like that, the person, you can never ever see this rough wall. It will be all feathers. Okay, so once you have achieved the fullness you want, you go over to the back part and also cover up with feathers. And what I'll be using to cover it up will be this feather, the goose feather. So that is what I will use right here at the back to cover it up. I want it to look this way at the back and the front. Okay, so I'm done with this. Let me keep it aside and go over to create the loops. So if you want to form your loops, this is a cinnamon loops, and you simply fold this way. This is the type of loop I'm creating for this very hard. Okay, so you simply fold this way. You fold this way, turn it over, fold the other parts. Can you see what I'm achieving? You turn it over and also fold this part. Okay, so this is what I achieved with this length. Okay, but this is not enough. So I also have another Sinamay. So I will use it to also create more loop to add to this. Okay. So meanwhile, if what you created appears too big, you can simply adjust them to form simple, very smaller loops. Okay. So you can adjust it. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but you can adjust it to form a smaller loops. So you simply adjust till you achieve the length or the size you want. Let me show you a smaller size. A smaller size loops. Can you see that? Okay, but I don't want it this small, so I'll make it um, somehow big. So this is how I'll create. Now, when you achieve this, you will simply use your hand needle and thread to stitch it in place, okay? Or if you also want, you can open it up and apply glue to stick it. So it's either you are using your glue or you are stitching it in place. Any one that you feel like using, okay? So for this tutorial, let me quickly use my glue to hold it in place. Okay, so I form it again. So this is coming here. I will also apply the glue at this point. Allow it to dry for some time and then you hold it down. Okay, so and for this, you will also apply your glue here and also hold it in place. Okay, so this is simply how you form a cinnamon loops for your fascinators or your hats. Okay, so I have my loops and I have my feathers. Okay, so it's time to place it on my hats. Okay, so I'll be placing it on this part of the hat. The feathers is going to stay this way and then the loops will come up. So what I will simply do here is to apply my glue and stick the feathers on it. So while working with this glue, make sure you are careful. If not, you will just stain your work. Okay. So let me allow the fan to dry it up. Okay. So then I stick. Okay. So while you stick, you can ensure that it stays the way you want it to stay. Okay. So then this loop will also come in. Allow it to dry for some time before you place it on the feathers. Okay. So I'll also place it right here. Okay. So what I will do here is I will also stitch these things down. just to ensure that it's very firm. I will stitch it down. So if you look closely, you will see at the top, I make the movement. The thread is showing. And why I do this is because I know that I'll still apply something to cover it up. While at the back, there is no thread showing. Okay? So while stitching, always keep this in mind so that your work will look so neat. Okay? So once you are done stitching it, then you can apply your applique, your roses at this top, at this very top to cover. So this is how my hat will look. Okay, I'm here to attach the Alice band to it, but this is how it will look when I place the Alice band. Okay, so if you enjoyed this tutorial, give me a thumbs up. Stay tuned to this channel. If you are yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe to this channel so that you stay updated once I drop my tutorials. Okay, so see you in my next class. Okay, so this is how it will look when you fix your Alice band. Okay, you can see how beautiful this hat is. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and if